Okay, we are Sandy and Irwin. We recently moved here to Southeast Portugal from Florida on the
Yes.
D7 visa. We're currently living in Vila, Santo Antonio. It's in the Algarve region, which is pretty popular right now with expats. And I'm going to show you around little by little and share what we've learned so far. So right now it's November 3rd.
Chile.
Chile. We're going to walk into the town square, which is really quaint, really historic. This beautiful area, and they're having a Christmas market, so we'll share that with you. So we're just walking into the main Old Town section, it's a very walkable town. You can walk to shopping, restaurants, everything basically that you need. All your utility companies are all within walking distance here. There's a lot of apartment buildings, mostly apartment buildings. A lot of them have the beautiful Portuguese tile on it. Most of the sidewalks are those small cobblestones, which look quaint and sweet, but very slippery when wet. And I would recommend flat shoes if you're planning on coming here, because you will bust a heel. We're getting further into the square. A lot of the little shops are closed. They usually close between 2 and 4 every day. This is the cultural center where I had the first video that shows the huge tiny village, right? Huge tiny village, would you call it? It's gorgeous. Lots of gelato. The foods in this area, unlike northern Portugal, are a lot of seafood, stews and such. The prices are good for going out for a meal. Look at €9.50. Bacalhau is huge here. That's a fish that's not even native to the area. But it's dried by salt, and it's like a staple. All right, let's go further in. Okay, you have your chestnuts, which this time of year they roast a lot. They're smaller than the ones in the U.S., and they're very sweet. They're delicious. This is the town square area. The ginjola, I'm not really sure how to say that properly. It's a cherry liqueur. It's delicious. And you usually do a shot in a chocolate shot glass that you eat afterwards. Christmas vendors out. It's a sunny and beautiful day. There's the center of the square. The cultural offices. The church. Behind the church is a large graveyard. This time of year they have it all lit up at nighttime. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, so even though it's early, we're doing our shot of ginjola. Ginjola. I have it in the dark chocolate glass, and you have your white chocolate. What do you think?
Delicious.
Sweet and yummy. Okay, so after our shot, we decided to walk further through the square, which brings us to the, what do you call it, a channel?
It's a river.
A river. Across the river is Spain. We've taken the ferry a couple times. It's only $2.30 or euros. So $2.50 in American dollars. And that brings us right over to Ayamonte, Spain. Okay, we've made it over to the water. Again, everything's in walking distance. It's such a beautiful walk. There's Spain over across the way. That leads out to the ocean, the Atlantic. Beautiful buildings with all restaurants along the waterway. That's the Grand Hotel Guadina. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But it's been restored, and it's the most famous hotel in this area. It is cooler weather right now, but we're just wearing a light jacket and we're very comfortable. Okay, now we're a little bit further along the river here. There's a little club that teaches everybody how to sail on those small sailboats out there. Beautiful walkway along the river. You'll notice a lot of older buildings that are just abandoned, and now the government is starting to take some of them over that have been abandoned, turn them into affordable housing, because there's such a lack of affordable housing here in Portugal. Especially now that so many foreigners are moving here and driving up the prices on renting and buying. What a beautiful day. Across from the river, you have the captain's, what would you call it, the captain's office? The office of the captain? But it's got some really beautiful tiles around it. This little corner place is our favorite place to have charcuterie boards and wine. This is our favorite Irish pub, best fish and chips in the area. Now we're just stopping at our local corner store. You don't have a lot aisles and aisles of processed foods here. They just don't sell it, and the people just don't eat it. But we are kind of come here for their rolls. Their bread is amazing. So the store we just went into was a little corner store, almost like a 7-Eleven. It wasn't the regular grocery store. Over here we have the market. It's Sunday now, so it's closed. But that's where you have all the fresh seafood and vegetables and baskets and jellies or whatnot. On the corner there's a little place called the Frango. What's it called?
Frango.
Today Frango. It opens around 9 o'clock at night, and there's usually a line outside the door because their roasted rotisserie type chicken is absolutely delicious. So we're learning as we live here. We've been here about 6 months.
Yeah.
That's the end of our walk for today. I'll be sharing more in the future.